Hey everyone, it's April and welcome back to my channel House to Home. In today's video, it's the last and final part of my holiday home tour for 2024. And today we are doing my main living room and dining room, and I'm excited to share with you how it all turned out. The boys will be joining us towards the end of the video. Right now they are eating their dinner. Makes it a little easier for me to film sometimes. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. Starting out on the coffee table, if you've been with my channel for many years, this will look very familiar because I do a lot of things the same way every year if I like them, and I just will take a picture of it, and then that way the next year I remember how I did it, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But as I'm going through, if things are like new, I'll definitely point them out, but if not, if you have a particular question, you can just leave it down in the comments and I will do my best to tell you where it's from. The blanket, this is new this year. This is by the brand Cuddle Duds, and as you can see, it's really thick, like a comforter. I think it is a comforter for like a twin size bed, and I actually got that at the thrift store, and it is so warm and cozy, and I love cuddling up with it on the couch. And my pillows I've had for many years. Up here on this shelf, have a lot of different odds and ends. I do know the candy cane factory sign was from Marshall's, as well as that felt deer in the middle and the felt Santa Claus. And the rest of the things were either thrifted or from yard sales. But just a lot of little kind of old rustic primitive things for Christmas. The ho 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 sign was from Kirkland's a few years ago, and the deer was from Walmart. Last year I picked up this wreath after Christmas on clearance. It is Martha Stewart. I got it at Home Goods for 50% off, and I love how realistic it looks. And then I just have some Primitives by Kathy wooden skates hanging from the middle. This guy, I'm not sure if it's like an elf or a Santa, but that was handmade by a woman at a local shop. And then up here on my ladder, I just have some different things. I have some bells, some greenery, these really pretty snowflakes, and then a lot of the ornaments or Christmas balls that are on my trees, just to kind of tie everything together. And my curtains, they were from a local shop as well. I usually keep those up through Valentine's Day. This Santa Claus I got at a yard sale probably about a month or two ago, and I thought he was really cool. He was only $2, and I thought he would fit perfectly in this little space. The 'Twas the Night Before Christmas sign, that is from Kirkland's. I've had that for many years. I know a lot of YouTubers have it, but it is one of my favorite signs. This Santa Claus, another primitive item, got from a local place, and this guy on the bottom as well. The snowflake thing in the back, that is actually a wax warmer. That North Pole mailbox, that was from Walmart a few years ago. And then I just have another little collection of things up here. I love that little mouse on the Santa boot. And this little mouse, I recently got at the antique mall for only, I think it was $2. And you guys know how I love my mice, especially at Christmas time. So I had to get him. Then I have some little knit socks up there, or stockings, I don't know. They were from a garland at Michael's one year, and I just like cut them in pieces and put them around the house. Down here, I apologize, one of my candles isn't working. The battery must be low. This deer, though, in the crock, I got that at the antique mall. A woman made it. I just think he has a really cute side profile. And then, I don't remember where that little mouse is from, but he's another one of my favorites. Over here on my bench, just a collection of pillows. They're all old except for the snowflake one in the front. That one I actually got at Aldi's this year, and I just think the detail is so beautiful, and it was only $10. This primitive snowman I've had for a few years. I love the tinsel on him. So cute. And then on my giant Boyd's bear, I just add a Santa hat to his head. I need to safety pin it because it falls off a lot though. And then up on my awning, I just have a metal snowflake and a snowflake garland. Had those for many years. I do know that the snowflake was from Walmart. I have some red ones on my front porch as well. And there's a little look at that corner. Moving down to this shelf, I just have a couple little odds and ends. The joy sign I made. The mice here in the middle, I love. I actually got those at TJ Maxx or Home Goods, and they're connected together. And they were holding words, but I took them like off because they were all different colors, and I just wanted it to be more like neutral and just have some red. And then I just added a little wreath to the top. And then over on this shelf, probably one of my favorite things to decorate because you guys know I always put a lot of stuff on it, and Christmas is definitely no different. We'll start on the bottom. I have a sign that says there's no place like home for Christmas, and it's hard to tell, but there's actually like really pretty iridescent glitter on that. I got that at Gabe's. And then on this shelf, I just have a lot of primitive things from the antique mall, the Santa in the chimney, and this reindeer that I love. I love how they just have them on that old piece of wood. And then I just have a really rustic looking garland. Looks very vintage. I love the old Christmas balls and the tinsel look. Up here, I just have a little tree and a mug. Another primitive Santa, and he has a little letter there from Santa Claus that I bought off of Etsy. And then this Christmas tree candle, I love that so much. It is just like covered in glitter, and it's just so pretty at night. And then I just have some more primitive bears and mice and some candy canes. Up on this shelf, this snowman I've had for many years. The only thing I did different with him this year is I strung these little lights across his arms like he's stringing up the lights. This little mouse was from Bath and Body Works many years ago. And just a couple little Boyd's bears and things. Another little mouse and a cloche. Really have a thing for cloches this year, like making little scenes under them. Got some felt reindeer. And this little mouse I bought off of someone, a seller on Etsy that I follow on Instagram. And he is definitely one of my favorite Christmas mice. And then this little bear holding the mouse, I got him a few weeks ago at the antique mall. And the deer up here between the old rustic frame that I got at a thrift store one year for $3.99, and I just added the bow and the berries, and I just love him. I think he looks really cute inside that frame. Moving on over to the corner by my front door, I have some bells on my door, so whenever anyone comes in, it gives them a little entrance ring of the bells. And then I have this sleigh on the door that has an old Santa, and this little sign got flipped. It says, "Let it snow." And then up above my clock, I have some greenery. And on this shelf, I just have a collection of little things. I have a tree. Down on the bottom, a couple signs, some primitive skates, and a deer. And then up on the top shelf, I just have some more primitive guys. I have a Santa, a bear, and another little reindeer. I think this one is so cute. I got it last year. I love the little twigs for the legs. This mouse I found this year at the antique mall. He was only like $2. He had like some weird dangly legs going on, but I just cut them off. And that's how that looks. And then over to the star of the show, my fireplace and my Christmas tree. I did things a little bit differently this year, as I will show you. We will start over on the fireplace. I have this old sled that my mom got me a few years ago for Christmas, and I just have a wreath hanging on there. The ribbon got flipped, but it's really pretty. It has like some snowflakes on it. And they're just tied around some wooden candy canes. And then up on my fireplace, I just have some garland with some fairy lights. And then on each side, where the garland swoops, I have one of these little clip-on mice. I got them this year at a craft fair. I have one on each side, and I also have a bell. And then I have the bell in the middle as well. And then moving up to the top of the fireplace, I just have my Luminara candles on each side with a little wreath around them. Of course, I have a Hallmark Christmas movie on. And then if you remember, last year I had all of my needle felt collection up here on the fireplace. And I do have a lot on here this year. The two in the back, that little pigeon and squirrel, I got those new this year. They were from Target. But what I decided to do was all the ones on the fireplace are ones that didn't already have like ornament strings to hang them. So I just kind of placed them all around if they were able to stand up, just so it wasn't as crowded. And then what I decided to do was, instead of my usual Christmas tree with just all like the normal Christmas balls, I decided that I was going to put my needle felt collection on here, any of them that were ornaments. And I did get some new additions this year, so I'm going to go really slow and I'm just going to go around so you can kind of take it all in and see all these adorable little guys. A lot of them are mice, of course, but there are like some dogs and Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. There's some hot cocoa, snowmen, cats, all kinds of things. So I just love how this turned out, and I really hope to add to my collection from year to year. And yeah, I'll just let you guys take a look around. Up here on this peg shelf, I just have a wooden stocking, some little ice skates inside a wreath, and in the basket I just put some greenery with some rusty bells. Then over on this chair next to the tree, I just have a little collection of pillows going. The blanket in the back, that was from TJ Maxx last year, and there's little gingerbread men, candy canes, and houses on it. And then I just have a gingerbread house pillow, a gingerbread man, a candy cane, and a snowman. And I just love them all so much, and I don't really sit on this chair, so they're just all on here for decoration. Then back here in these crates is where I house all of my Christmas Boyd's Bears. You guys know I'm a fan and I still collect them when I find them at yard sales and thrift stores. Up here, I just have this little advent calendar that is from Hobby Lobby, and it rotates and lights up, and it's absolutely adorable. I got that last year, and a lot of people make them over and paint them, but I just left mine neutral because I really am not sure how I would want to paint it. But then, like I said, in these crates, these are all of my Christmas Boyd's Bears. A lot of adorable little faces. I love that one that's in the little snowflake outfit, and a lot of them in costumes, Santa hats, Christmas mice, penguins, you name it, I have it. But yeah, this is where they all go. I just have to keep an eye on the dogs because they like to pull them out sometimes and think they're toys. Over here where like my coat rack and all, I just have another one of my Christmas striped curtains. Up here in the lantern, I put a little wreath in the center. And then as far as the shelf, I have a little mitten garland that I got at a local shop, some of the Target birds, and just a couple other little felt items. This framed picture I got, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, at a local shop, but it lights up, as you can see, and I just think it's so cute. It looks like Santa peeking in through a frosted window. Both of these signs are from TJ Maxx. This is my dining room Christmas tree. I put it in a basket, and I just have a blanket tucked in there with two Boyd's Bears peeking their little heads out. And then this tree is just like a little collection of different ornaments, snowflakes, snowmen. There's some new little ornaments I got this year. This little mouse with the cuckoo clock. Got him at a craft fair, very vintage, and I just painted them. There's some snowflakes from Hobby Lobby, some primitive candy canes, some of the everyday balls that they're all from Hobby Lobby. They're from the big tree. These woodland deer are from Kohl's. One of them I bought, the other one I found at a yard sale, and they were a match. Down here, I just have a elf pillow that was from Hobby Lobby. I don't remember where the letter was from or the baby it's cold outside sign, but probably TJ Maxx. Up on my table, I just have some more little primitive items. The little cup of hot cocoa, that was from Joann's. It's like an ornament. I just took the string off. A primitive candy cane, a deer, and then on the bench I just have an elf and a Santa. They are all handmade items that I got from either the antique mall or craft fairs over the years. Along with this snowman down here with the big jingle bell buttons. He's just sitting there on that little chair chilling out. And then up on my staircase, I just have some garland with some berries and some fairy lights. And again, put those red and white ticking stripe ornaments, just like in the centers where it would swoop, just to tie in the same balls that are on the Christmas trees and up on the ladder. And then this year, I thought I'd try something different. I put some of my Boyd's Bears going up and down the stairway. Just because I'm kind of running out of places, but I think they look really cute on there. I apologize for the gate, but that's just to keep the dogs from going upstairs. On my candle cabinet, I just have a mouse on a pine cone. I don't remember where that was from. this primitive Santa, again, probably from a local shop. This snowflake that is kind of like a basket, I got that at Marshall's one year and I love it, and I'm planning on keeping it in that spot for many years because I think it just looks really nice there. And then in this shelf, I just have some more of the tiny Boyd's Bears that are like wearing little costumes, and the sign up on the top with the 3 deer I made. Down on this table, I just have another primitive bear. I really like him and his scarf. I got him at a local shop as well. And then the ornament that's sitting down here with the moving flame candle, that is an ornament from Hobby Lobby. They usually have some version of it every year. And then on this tree shelf, I just have some different little primitive guys, some snowmen, Santas, another little Boyd's Bear up top. The little snowman named Max, a good friend of mine, bought me him for Christmas. Moving over to my dining room table, I just have this metal sleigh that I got from QVC in the center. I believe I had it here last year as well. And I just put a wreath in the middle with a fake candle. And I just added those little hats and the little candy canes. And that little mouse I got at a consignment store this summer, and I just stuck him in there. And then as far as the runners, I've had both of those for many years. Moving over to my old door, I just have some bells, a metal stocking that was from Joann's a few years ago, and some more primitive items. I love this little Santa Claus. He's so short and chubby, and I love that snowman too because he has such long legs. All so adorable, and I just love how rustic and old they look. Moving on over to my hutch. I don't have a lot of decor on because I'm always getting in and out of here, pulling dishes out around the holidays. But I did put these little string lights up. I got these from the store AC Moore many years ago, and they're just like little trees in jars. And then I just have a Santa that I got at a yard sale. I stuck him in that basket. And the Christmas metal banner, that was from a local shop. And I really love how the top of my hutch turned out this year. I took this metal sleigh that I got from Hobby Lobby a few years ago, and the gifts, they are all from Kirkland's that light up, and I just really I put one in it and one outside of it, and then just added that rustic deer, and I really like how that looks. Over in this corner, I have my blanket ladder. I just put a blanket on it that has like red, gray, and white. My reindeer treat sign, I think that was from Marshall's. And then on this shelf, I just have a little collection of things. I don't remember where hardly any of this stuff was from. I do really like the Santa Claus because it's holding like a little naughty and nice list. That I do remember I got at an antique mall. And then the little Anna Lee deer, I got that, I think, at a thrift store. In my high chair, I just have some more of my Christmas Boyd's Bears. And there's one on the floor there in the basket as well. Up on my curtain, I just have a rustic looking snowflake garland that was from Michael's a few years ago. And on this table, another little bunch of different odds and ends. I have this old primitive bear. I just stuck a little candy cane in his arm because I keep him out all year round. The tree back there is in a kind of like a little tin bucket that my mom got me last Christmas. This cloche with the Santa, the deer, and the trees, that was from Ross this year. It was only $9.99, and it is such a beautiful piece. Back here, I have this little mouse riding a bike. That's actually an ornament. I got that over the weekend at the thrift store, and I just didn't put it anywhere yet. I have another little bear in a sleigh and another little cloche that I made up. The moose is actually a pin. I took the pin off the back, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but he has little Christmas lights on his antlers. But I just glued him in there and made like a little scene with the bottle brush trees. Another primitive bear. And then a primitive Santa Claus that's just hanging out there in the window. And then over in this corner, I just have another sign hanging up here that says, "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." I believe that was a TJ Maxx find. And then inside of this Hobby Lobby lantern, I have another little one of those tiny Boyd's bears. Just stuck him in there with the garland and the candle. This funny little elf guy I actually found at Home Goods one year. I think he was only like $10, and he has little elf shoes with bells. Absolutely adorable. And this little guy, he keeps falling off because my floors aren't the most level, and the dogs like to run through the rooms, and it just goes crash into the ground. But I'll try to set it back up for you here the way it's supposed to be. Let me grab these candy canes. But yeah, I think I just kind of had them laying up here some way. Maybe this direction. Yes, that's how it was. But yeah, just the birds. There's a little polar bear down here, a letters to Santa mailbox, some ice skates, and a little sled that was also an ornament at one point. But yeah, just a place to just put all those little things that you really don't have a spot for. And then moving on to the last piece of furniture, it's my hutch. I feel like I always end up saving this for last. It probably, this and my other hutch are my two favorite things out here because they just house like some of my favorite decor items that I've got. This little sign I got at a yard sale this summer. And then up here on the top, I just have a ton of different primitive snowmen, a reindeer, and a Santa Claus. And there's even like a little mouse there too, and a needle felt. Just a lot of little things that I've collected over the years. On the top shelf here, I just have this little mouse in a block holding a candy cane. I got him last year at a local shop. I thought he was adorable. And then this snowman is actually like a vintage piece with the bottle brush wreath around it. I don't even remember where I got that. I think it was an antique mall. And I'm a couple days behind on my calendar. Gotta fix that. But just some more little mice in cups with bottle brush trees, a little snowman and a bear. I mean, all of these little pieces I just adore. And this little toy soldier with the thimble on his head, that was actually a little ornament that was on my tree growing up at home with my mom and dad, and we lost a lot of ornaments through the years from flooding, so I just glued it in that little cloche so I'll always have it forever. That little mouse there in the teacup and that little hedgehog, they are both from a subscriber. Probably one of my favorite little mice decorations that I have, so thank you so much. And then some more mice and Santas. That one little thing is a Joanna Parker napkin ring, I believe. And then down here, some more mice ornaments, teacup, a little Santa, a snowman in a salt and pepper shaker, and a little moose. Just so many adorable little pieces that I absolutely love to collect and just add to my collection every year. And yeah, so that is pretty much how that corner turned out. And as promised, here are the boys. They are with me to help close out this video. Just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching not only all of my holiday home tour videos this year, but all of my videos throughout the year. You guys are so amazing, and I love my YouTube family so much. I love all of your sweet comments that you leave me and appreciate everything you do all year round. So for my boys and me, we just wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we hope you enjoy all of the time with your family and friends, all the people you care about, and have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. If you are new, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to have you be part of my channel. Follow me over on Instagram at Housetohome_XOXO. And again, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys in the next one.